Hello everybody, welcome to Civ House. I'm Rob, and today we're going to be going over the best 7 mods that I could find for you to be playing in your new Civ 7 game, as the Steam Workshop has finally been added to Civilization 7, and I'm personally unbelievably excited about this one. I think that there's a lot for us to do with this game. I think the customization is probably going to be as as high of a level as it's ever been, with all of the flexibility and things that have been added to Civilization 7. I know it's not necessarily been like the best launch for the game, but I do think that modding in this game could be the best that we have ever seen. Before we dive into this, though, I'm always going to ask you guys like and subscribe. Liking does so much, and it really allows us to kind of see what you guys enjoy so that we can make more of that content, which, by the way, if you guys end up seeing more mods that you like, make sure that you let me know in the comment section below. We may make another one of these videos. I was kind of thinking about doing one maybe every month-ish so that you guys are aware of any new mods that come out, as there are going to be more and more added pretty much every day from here on out now that it has been released. And make sure that you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the great Civilization 7 videos we have here at Civ House. But let's hop into it. I do want to put out, I guess, this disclaimer that you need to remember the fact that some mods may not work with other mods, and that some mods may cause issues with Civilization and your old save files and a lot of other stuff like that. If you run into that issue, just unsubscribe from the mod and, you should be fine. Or if you have multiple of them that maybe are not working with each other, unsubscribe from one, see if the game starts working again. A little trial and error has never hurt anyone. But let's not waste any more time. I'm going into my top 7 here. I was originally going to do 5, but then I was like, 7 for Civ 7 makes sense, and I found 7 that I really, really liked. And we're going to start here with the Unlock All Mementos mod that was added here by, I can't even see who this was made by, by Zhao Zhao Cat. So look, this one is very straightforward. Initially it was going to be honorable mentions, but again, I felt like 7 kind of fit with the theme of Civ 7, and Mementos are kind of a pain to get. Maybe there are some leaders that you don't necessarily want to play with. Maybe there are certain achievements that you don't really want to strive for. They've already unlocked the game quite a bit with unlocking all civs throughout the game. I think now is a good time for us to have all Mementos unlocked, and I think that will come to Civilization 7 at some point, but for right now, it's just going to be, in a mod. That's kind of the point of some of these mods. It's going to make your life a lot easier. It's going to allow you to truly min-max your leaders or your civs at a completely new level that maybe you haven't before, or maybe you're a newer player, or maybe you're just not one that has put in necessarily a ton of time into the game. This unlocking of new Mementos is one that I will definitely be subscribing to, and one that I think that you guys should as well. Now, we have another one here. I'm going to have to, I think, type it in. I believe, let me see here. Here it is. Yes, Random Continents is coming in here at number 7. And this one is done by Duck1, Duck3. I don't really know. Maybe I'm missing something there. If I read any names that are inappropriate, let me know. But I at least want to give them their, their credit, their due here. But this mod is fantastic. It improves the script to make it so that you can even see these images where you're not going to have these weirdly straight borders everywhere. You can see all the different juts. You're going to have like gulfs and more inland, water features. It's going to allow for navigable rivers still, but it's not going to necessarily make the game feel so square or so rectangle. They have improved this a bit on their own, but it really felt like it was time for something even more. I found this mod, and it was just one that I know I'm going to be putting into my games here starting probably tonight once I jump back into playing. And it's one that I really would highly suggest that you go out there and add to your game. There aren't any known issues in terms of, how would I put this? In In terms of any like interference with any other mods, right now it seems like it'll work just fine. But this is definitely one that I would highly recommend you guys give a look, and one that I know that I will be giving a look as well. The next one is going to be called Map Trix, and this one, it took me a second to kind of figure out what was going on because, I don't know, my brain just like didn't adjust to what I think should already be in the game. But this one, helps you to bring up something that's going to show you kind of what's going on a certain tile within Civ 7, even more so than before. You can see all the different things that have been added. Right, the geography is going to be, the tooltip that describes the land and the hazards and all the obstacles, settlements. If there's a settlement on that tile or that's, connected to that tile, which settlement is it under? Their attitude towards you, which I think is awesome. Their triple T's here. Their buildings, right, that are on this one. You can see, the unique quarters and everything else that's attached to it. Other basic improvements that have happened, the population, the yields, all of this stuff down here just by scrolling over the tile. This is another UI change that I think will be coming to Civilization 7 at some point. The fact that it's not already there is kind of crazy. Bizini will be giving you your due as well in this one. What I also love is the fact that they've got this already supported for German, Italian, Korean, Russian, simplified Chinese, and traditional Chinese. So there are a lot of different ways to play this. They've already kind of implemented this for different translations other than English as well, and it kind of made it a no-brainer to get added here at number 5, and one that I'm very excited about. We will move on to one that I keep saying excited, but I am very excited about this one as well. This is the City Hall mod, and what this is going to do is it's just going to help the tools on the side here and everything just look a little bit better. You can see your growth like you've been able to a little bit more. I know they've kind of made some of these adjustments, but I really like the way that this one looks here. You have all of your warehouse bonuses, all of the different freaking connections that you have to different towns and cities. I think that is incredibly huge in the game. And then you have, what is your urban pop? What is your rural pop? What are your specialists? How is everything growing? Like, these are things that I really feel like need to be in the game at such a high level right now. And the fact that they're not in there is, I don't know, a little bit tough is what I would say. I'm definitely a big fan of this one. I believe it looks like this one's Bizani as well, or maybe I said that already. Maybe they were the last one. I can't remember. But regardless, this one feels like a necessity for your game. It just gives you so much more information, and it allows you, I think, to make more, informed decisions, as a lot of these mods will as of right now. The next one's going to be one that I am very excited about. I think it's over here. Yes, here we go. It is Matt's Leader's Leonardo da Vinci. Now, in case if you didn't know, and it should be popping up on the screen at some point here, Leonardo da Vinci was the very first create your own leader that we did here at Civ House. And it was pointed out by a fellow fan, somebody else who made a video, talking about this one and our Leonardo da Vinci. And I think at this point, there's just no reason why it shouldn't be added, or why he shouldn't be added into the game as a leader in the future. This one's a lot more extensive than ours, so I will say this one definitely is better, more well thought out than ours. But, it's got the Renaissance man as its ability, or as his ability, excuse me. He even made his own Mementos. You have his workshop, his steam cannons. It's just got so many different aspects to the game. An animated 3D model of Da Vinci, which is absolutely incredible. There is a leader model mod that is being made as well, or that is already out. So that's really cool. You can see the memento effects, and you can kind of see the unique civic trees that have all been made as well. This is absolutely one. If you were looking for your first new creative part of the game, you've noticed a lot of these have been different improvements to the game that I would like to see. This one is purely just fun, creative in a way that allows you to play a brand new leader within the game, and one that I think is going to be a lot of fun. Again, huge credit here to Matt, who's literally playing the game right now, which is funny actually. But to Matt's leaders, he's got some other leaders. He's got Ireland and Scotland as civs as well within the game. And it looks like he may have Florence at least in this playthrough. I haven't seen Florence yet. I know that Da Vinci was available, and I believe it might have been on Nexus Mods. I can't remember where else, but it's already here on the Steam Workshop. I would highly suggest this one, as it looks like it's going to be one that he's going to continue to work on, and somebody who we should support as they continue to come out with these awesome creative ideas. Now we're back to the last two. We are here at number 2, and it's going to be the resource resorts. This one is almost just for the appeal as much as anything, but there are new sorting options for resource allocation. You can sort settlements by name, yield, or total resource slots. You can easily change sort order or direction, optionally separate cities and towns. This one's also been translated, has been made by Bizani as well. And look, guys, I mean, just look how pretty that is. Look how much better that looks. It kind of just, allows you to see things automatically, and it just looks better in general. I'm a huge fan of this one. You can already see it's it's got almost 80 ratings. This has been out for less than 24 hours, or maybe a little over 24 hours, like in terms of the modding ability. So, this is one that I feel like almost everybody is going to want. I could totally see them adding this to the game in the future, because maybe they had not thought of it, but a lot of people seem to really like it here in the Steam Workshop. So yeah, I would give it a shot. And now we're going to go up to number 1, and you probably already saw it, but it's going to be detailed map tax. Wow. We need this so badly in the game right now. Even if you're not necessarily a huge min-maxer in terms of yields, I'm trying to, but it's not necessarily always the thing that I'm looking for. This is going to help that and allow me to do it more often. So the features are that it shows map tax potential yields from itself and adjacency bonuses. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Preview the yields in a range when placing map tax so you can find the best position. Again, absolutely amazing. Indicate if the map tag represented building or wonder can be placed at the given position. Something that I've really struggled with at times is, why can't something be placed here? What is the issue with that? This doesn't necessarily tell you that, but it allows you to see that ahead of time, which is great. Added hotkeys for open map tag selection panel and showing and hiding map tags. Keys can be configured through the options, keyboard, and mouse, which is great. And then auto-delete the map tag if the represented building or wonder or improvement is added to the given plot. So you can make all of those plans, put it down, and it'll get rid of that. Map tags cannot be preserved across ages, so that is a limitation on it, but that's okay. I'm sure they'll work on that. Current map tags will only be available during the current age and will be removed during age transitions. I'll need Firaxis to provide a more stable API to store values across ages. So that will happen. It looks like it's WLTK. I don't know who that is, but thank you so much for making this. This is like the number one map, or mod that you need to have on your game right now. Even if, again, you are not necessarily the biggest yield person, this will at least help you to make better informed decisions. It'll allow you to plan out your cities a little bit more. And it's going to be, I think, if it's not already, it should be one of the number one things that you download for mods right now. Now, that is going to wrap it up for us on these mods, though. I will say that there will be more that will come out. There will be better versions of these mods, and maybe some of these will become a little bit obsolete if they get added into the game in the future. Do not fret. I think we probably will make more of these types of videos. I think the modding community is amazing, and it allows for these games to have even more brain power outside of Firaxis. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, you know, the modding community shouldn't have to save the game. I completely agree with you, but they're probably going to, and I'm going to accept that help very much readily. Yeah, readily accept that help, because I think it's going to make the game better, and I'm really excited to give all of these a try. Let me know what you think about them in the comments section below. But like I said, that is going to wrap it up for us on this one. So from our house to yours, thanks for watching, and we hope you'll join us for one more turn.